Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving straight into the definitive bicep and tricep sculpting routine. If you've been looking for an efficient, totally no-nonsense blueprint to build up your arm strength and size, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to map out a highly organized list of exercises, breaking down what you need to do move by move and set by set, so you can walk into the gym with absolute confidence. Let's get into it.
So before we get into the nitty-gritty details, let's take a look at the master plan for your session today. We're breaking this down into 3 super straightforward phases. Step 1 is the warm-up. Step 2 is the core routine. That's where the heavy lifting and alternating muscle groups actually happen. And step 3 is the absolutely essential cool-down stretch. Structure is literally everything when it comes to an effective workout, and this little roadmap ensures we aren't just wandering around the weight room wasting time.
Here is our agenda for today. 1. Preparation and warm-up. 2. The heavy curls and crushers. 3. Isolating with 21s and extensions. 4. Hammers and kickback finishers. And finally, 5. Recovery and cool down. Now, I want you to keep the number 3 securely in your head. Why? Because as you'll see throughout this explainer, 3 sets is basically the golden rule for almost every major move we tackled today. It's the baseline for our volume, and it makes sure we're putting enough stress on the muscles to prompt actual growth without completely overtraining them right out of the gate. Section 1. Preparation and warm-up.
You know, what really stands out in this routine is the absolute emphasis on getting your blood flowing before you even think about touching a heavy weight. The source material is incredibly explicit about this. You hit the gym and you jump straight into the warm-up. It's not about just casually strolling over to the dumbbell rack, it's about purposefully prepping your body to perform. Getting that blood flowing right away perfectly primes your biceps and triceps for the intense work that's coming.
Moving right along to Section 2, the heavy curls and crushers.
All right, we are kicking off the core routine with a true classic, dumbbell curls. According to the breakdown, we're targeting exactly 3 sets of 15 reps here. But, and this is a huge but, pay close attention to that strategy point. You absolutely have to increase the weight with each set to really challenge yourself. It's not just about, going through the motions for 15 reps. It's about pushing your limits and applying progressive overload from the very first exercise.
And boom, look at the immediate contrast here. This is the workout's core strategy in a nutshell. After hitting the front of the arm with those dumbbell curls, we immediately flip the script and focus on the back of the arm with skull crushers for the triceps. We're maintaining that rigorous 3-set structure here too. For the skull crushers, the specific guidance is to use controlled movements to really feel that burn. So it's not about throwing the weight around wildly, it's all about maintaining tension and strict control.
Next up, Section 3, isolating with 21s and extensions.
Okay, see how this builds? We are still sticking to our 3-set rule across the board, but now we're really cranking up the intensity with barbell bicep 21s. The source literally calls this a killer exercise. And, just like our opening dumbbell curls, you need to bump up the weight for each of the 3 sets. Then we pivot right back to the triceps with single-arm tricep extensions. That is 3 solid sets strictly meant to isolate the triceps, zeroing in on one arm at a time to ensure maximum focus and maximum fatigue.
Section 4. Hammers and kickback finishers.
Now, by this point in the routine, your arms are probably going to feel like pure lit, right? But this sequence is meticulously designed to push you right across the finish line. First up, hammer curls. We're back to that highly specific set and rep count, 3 sets of 15 reps. The explicit goal here is building arm size. From there, we transition into side hammer curls. Why? Well, because you need to hit those biceps from a completely different angle to ensure full development. Finally, to wrap up the resistance portion, we deploy tricep kickbacks. The singular focus there is simply to finish off the tricep strong.
And finally, Section 5, recovery and cool down.
Please, whatever you do, do not skip this step. Closing out the session with pretzels is an absolute must. Our source highlights this as a crucial cool-down stretch to specifically help with recovery. Think about it. You've just flooded those muscles with blood and challenged them through all those intense 3-set blocks. Taking the time to execute this pretzel stretch allows your body to safely begin the repair process.
Here we go, the ultimate payoff. Keep this perfectly organized list of exercises handy for your next arm day because it beautifully maps out every single move and the exact set counts you need for success. Just look at how structured this is. We start with biceps on dumbbell curls for 3 sets of 15 reps, increasing the weight. We flip to triceps for skull crushers for 3 sets. Back to biceps for the barbell 21s, again, 3 sets increasing weight. Back to triceps for single arm extensions for 3 sets. Then we hit the finisher block, hammer curls for 3 sets of 15, side hammers, and tricep kickbacks. And of course concluding with the pretzel stretch. This table right here is your entire workout, visually distilled. It delivers exactly what we promised, a comprehensive list of each move and its crucial set count to absolutely maximize your gym time.
So, now that you're armed with this definitive blueprint and those exact set counts in your pocket, I want to leave you with a final challenge for your next gym session. Which of these 3 set burnout moves are you going to conquer first? And, maybe more importantly, are you even going to be able to lift your water bottle afterward? Remember that golden rule of 3 sets? Prioritize your warm-up the second you step through the door, and for sure, don't forget that pretzel stretch at the end. Thanks so much for joining me on today's Explainer, and I'll catch you next time as we continue breaking down more practical, game-changing blueprints.